Speaking on video is probably not my forte. I'm more of a wordsmith with pen on paper. But I'll do my best to express myself on video. The reason I'm sort of doing this AISH challenge is because when politicians do it, it can sort of be seen like blackface for a disabled person. You can give yourself blackface and walk around and say that you understand the black experience after the way you're treated, but you'll certainly offend a lot of people while you're doing it. You can perhaps taste what it's like financially to be limited and constrained, but you can't know what it's like to live with the fear, the stress. You can't ride around in a wheelchair and know that this is what it's like not to have legs when you can stand up. So this is not so much for our community, because everybody in our community knows what it's like to live the AISH experience. I'm just hoping that one or two politicians out of 10 might view this and might gain a little understanding of what it's like. I think that there may be a lot of people that just simply don't understand what social contract theory is all about, and that is you're allowed to be rich in this world as long as you give to the vulnerable. And I think a lot of rich people think that they've earned everything they have, and they've forgotten their obligation to the vulnerable. And instead of an obligation, they look at it as charity. And for many people, charity is voluntary. And I think that is perhaps the biggest problem in society, is that people are now looking at charity as a voluntary thing instead of an obligation. Many people will compare themselves to the animal kingdom, and they'll say, well, if you're disabled in the animal kingdom, you'd be eaten, and that would be that. You're just lucky we take care of you. But if you're an animal with way too much resources, you're also eaten. All the rest of the animals take everything you have. So it's a double-edged sword, and you've got to count your blessings as a wealthy person and understand that you were enabled by the work of every generation that came before you. And every generation that came before us, the vulnerable and the disabled, left us an inheritance. And we should all feel entitled to that inheritance.